Good morning. Happy Friday Focus, Friday the 8th of July. I hope you're all well. I'm recording this because I am away again at the moment. I'm just going to adjust my camera so it's a little bit more efficient. So today we're talking about budgeting and how you can use smart budgeting to accelerate your business growth. So creating a realistic budget is one of the best ways to protect your business during periods of difficulty. And we all know what those are like at the moment, especially. So a budget will give you more control over the financial health of your business for a start, allowing you to manage your cash flow, create spending caps, and set realistic targets. Budgeting works really, really well with Profit First as well, but I'll go into that later on. The businesses that succeed are the ones that are prepared and adapt when necessary. So how do we set a budget? What do we need to do? First of all, we need to calculate our costs because that's the most important thing to do as far as budgeting is concerned. So what we have to do is calculate our expenditure. This step forms the basis for the rest of the whole of your budget. So it's really important to be as accurate as possible. Meticulous bookkeeping is enormously helpful for this. So if you're using a cloud accounting system, then that will obviously be meticulous. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to reconcile your bank account. But if your business is new and you're maybe only using a spreadsheet at the moment or just starting to use a cloud accounting system, then you'll need to start doing some in-depth research. If in doubt, overestimate. It always pays to be cautious when you're setting up a budget. So your costs fall into two categories, fixed and variable. Fixed costs account for things like rent, which stay the same every month. Meanwhile, your variable costs fluctuate along with the volume of your work. So your raw materials, your supplies, your power usage, things like that are your variable costs. And also if you've got staff, so freelance staff, and they're doing a different number of hours each month or whatever, then those are your variable costs. You'll also have to factor in things like your marketing, your advertising, legal expenses, accounting, things like that, because these can quickly grow out of control. So it's wise to double or even triple your estimate just to be on the safe side. If possible, have your business partner or your accountant look over your estimation. The second pair of eyes is always useful here. Number two is estimate your revenue. Estimating your revenue is notoriously difficult and requires extensive research or even professional advice. However, do not skip this step. Now, this is why a lot of people do a bit of their budget, i.e. just the expenses, but they don't do the rest because they can't or don't think that they can estimate their revenue. It's worth putting in the extra time and the effort into creating a really realistic estimate because it allows you to plan expenses and manage your cash flow. So you should make both an aggressive and a conservative projection. The former will boost morale within your company, within your staff, etc., and motivate your staff to work harder. And the latter will allow you to make safe decisions about your finances. Step three is working out what your gross profit margin is. Your gross profit margin is the measure of how much money you're actually making. So it's really important to calculate this figure regularly and to keep track of your progress so that you can understand whether or not your business is growing and at what rate. To work out your gross profit margin, subtract your costs from your revenue. Then divide that figure by your net sales to find the percentage of your margin. If this number is increasing each month, that is a really good sign. If it's decreasing, it might be time to reduce your spending. So step four is planning for your cash flow. Gross profit margin is really important, but cash flow is equally vital to your health of your business. Expansion, seasonal trends, economic conditions, as we all know at the moment, can all impact your cash flow. It's important to have an idea of how much money you'll have available to you at different points during the year so that you can plan accordingly. Bear in mind that fluctuations in your sales volume will directly impact your variable expenses. Excuse me. If you've been in business for a year or more, then you can use past data to predict what your cash flow is or what it's likely to look like each month. However, if your business is still really in the fledgling stages, then it's time to do a bit more research and look into trends within your particular industry. This should be able to tell you when your high and low seasons will be and alert you to other factors that may affect your volume of sales. Number 5 is preparing for emergencies. And again, this is where Profit First comes in hugely, but I'll explain at the end. Preparing for emergencies. Even the most successful businesses experience some sort of emergency difficulties at some point, particularly during economic downturns. It pays to have a contingency fund set aside to keep your business safe should disaster strike. Your contingency funds might take the form of savings, at least in part, but it's also worth knowing about finance options that are available to you just in case. Business credit cards are suitable for short-term difficulties and can help you manage your cash flow when issues such as late payments arise. Sometimes you might be able to transfer that business credit card onto a new credit card with a 0% balance transfer. Lines of credit provide your business with a safety net for longer-term problems, and they combine on-demand convenience of a credit card with the attractive rates and repayment style of a bank loan. So when done right, budgeting can accelerate the growth of your business by helping you to avoid the roadblocks and the potential disasters. A really careful budget puts you in the driver's seat and allows you to remain in control of your finances as you work on your business. So bear in mind, when I'm saying about the preparing for emergencies, making sure that you've got a buffer, things like that, making sure that you are in the driver's seat. Using a cash management tool like Profit First could be an absolute game changer for your business. It's not suitable for every business by any manner of means. Have a look back at last week's Friday Focus, actually. No, week before, actually, it was, since I've come to think of it, end of June. Because I go through there exactly which businesses are suitable for using Profit First and which are not. So what you need to do if you're wanting to use Profit First is, 1, have a look at the book, or have a look at my website and sign up for the 2 free chapters so that you can see what it's all about, how it works, etc. If you're then interested in setting up Profit First for yourself, have a look at the course that's on my website. It's called Cash Management, A Fresh Perspective. It's a 6-week course. Well, I would say it's fabulous, but it is fabulous. It will teach you all about Profit First, but it'll do it in your own time. So it's completely self-study. But if you sign up before, I think it's the 14th of July, so you've only got about another week or so, then you'll get me for 90 minutes, one-to-one, at the end of the course, to make sure that you've set it up right, set it all working for you, got your rhythm and your routine working, and you understand how to do this. Because if you start setting up Profit First, your business will change. Absolutely, 100% guaranteed. Your business will change. You will be more in control of your business. You will understand what's going on in your business with the figures, instead of thinking, ooh, can I, can't I, do I, don't I? It's a very, very clever, but very simple system. So have a look at the website, www.hettyverneyaccounting.co.uk, and come and sign up, because it would be brilliant to have you in there. Thank you. Bye.